What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retail Talks. As always, I am your host, Cody Fitzgerald, and I am excited to bring you today's podcast. We're sitting here in January 2024 and going to bring you really just my top 5 recommendations, really from a marketing perspective, on how to grow your business here in 2024. 2023 was, I think, a fairly solid year for our clients and retail in general. Maybe not as good as 21 and 22, which were just bust out record years for a lot of retailers, but nonetheless, a very good year. But I want to talk about some of these things that I think can improve your business this year. And really, just from the experience we have of working with hundreds of retailers. I think that my experience of owning an ad agency and a software that works with retailers over the last, going back 7 years now, we'll be 7 years old. Omni will be in March. And I've learned a thing or two. And what I find really interesting, though, about some of these things that I'll mention is that a lot of them they're not rocket science. They're not things that are probably going to blow you away. Rather, they're things that I feel like so many retailers do not execute on the simple things consistently. And that's just a big thing within all of this. So let's really just kind of go through these top 5 recommendations for 2024. Let's just dive right in. So the first one is video ads. We launched our video service here at Omni in the last couple weeks. We hired some talented individuals to help us on the editing side. Really coming up with that content to do this successfully for our clients. And everyone knows that video is just it's been blowing up. It has blown up. It is blowing up. It will continue to blow up. And I think that we just want to help our clients in this space, but also as a retailer, if you are not on the video train, you are going to get left behind. And the biggest reason is because the way that I see video from a macro level is that graphics, in the sense of being, still, they just sell. They show a picture of something cool. They capture your attention. There's definitely still a place for them. Don't get me wrong, but they cause an action, right? For someone to take, but they don't really move anyone. They move someone to take action, but a video has that ability to really move you emotionally and really link you, which is where I'm getting at. It has that ability to brand your business. When I think about a local business, if you were the car dealer, if you were the pet shop, if you were the restaurant, if you were the bar, whatever business you have locally, and you created 20, 30, 40, 50 video ads that were playing and semi-contextual to those seeing it, men, women, specific ages, specific interests, things of that nature, you would be, over the period of 12 to 24 months, the absolute dominating king or queen in your space, period. And the reason is because no one else is doing that. When you think about separation as a business, separation to me is doing something differently that no one else is doing. When you go look at the ads that people are running for a local business, a lot of them are not very good. A lot of them are not running ads. A lot of them are graphics. Very, very, very few businesses are running, let's say, 15 plus video ads. Just general statement. Very few people are doing that. And if you do that, you are going to separate yourself and your business will succeed and it will begin to brand itself and people will choose your business over others. So that's number one recommendation for 2024 is run video ads. This probably should have been number one. But the second thing is to run ads in general. We are sitting in 2024. Facebook launched in 2007, 2008, whenever it was. TikTok, which is going to be our third recommendation, actually, a little preview there. But these platforms The single biggest, uh, the single biggest shift in commerce that the history of the world has ever known. I mean, think about it. Facebook has over 3 billion users on it. There has never been a platform ever that has had that many users that have the ability to create transactions, to conduct business, to give your feedback, opinions, be in groups, forums, like things, share things. It is, I mean, it's quite a little bit overwhelming when you really think of everything that goes on the platform. But for your local business, that spells opportunity. Um, but when you are running, we all know that there's two types of content on platforms. There's organic and there's ads. 99.9% repeating of all businesses only do organic content. And that can only be seen unless someone shares it by your local people that follow you, except on platforms like TikTok, where it can go more viral, which will be, again, our third recommendation. But ads themselves, you have to have money behind them. And my biggest recommendation for ads, really in general, is from the first recommendation, you want to make them video primarily, but you want them to just really do a good job of making you the leader in your space. Educate people, inform them, uh, entertain them. If you are a tire dealer, what are the common things that people are asking you when they come in to buy tires? How can you educate them on the questions that people have in the process of when the next time they need tires that they come to you? And that's the beautiful thing about platforms like a LinkedIn, a Facebook, an Instagram, a Snapchat, and X, is that the ad product on there is you are seeking out people, right? It's not a search-based, some components are for sure. I'm not going to say none of it is, but 90% of these platforms are not search-based except for something like a YouTube or Google. And you're seeking out people, and that gives you an excellent opportunity to brand yourself as the leader in that space, so that the next time somebody wants to basically buy your product, they think of you. Another thing, just to kind of change angles here for a second, is the ad products on these platforms are wildly cheap. They are wildly, wildly cheap. On Facebook and Instagram, you're going to pay about $10 to $20 per 1,000 impressions. I don't know what the ad costs are of a cable slash TV, radio, the paper. But what I can say is I always compare it to direct mail. And to reach 1,000 people on direct mail, you're going to have to pay $300 to $500. $10 to $20 is a heck of a lot less than $300 to $500. So just begin running ads, get curious, create videos, and really begin to make yourself the dominant leader of your space in your town. The third recommendation for 2024 is TikTok. Get on it. Start creating content. This is what I would recommend right here as a place to start on TikTok. Answer questions that people are commonly asking you when they come in to your place of business. Just answer them. Make it up. Be like, we're going to have a Q&A, segment of your show, and just give people names. Roger had this question the other week. Hey, we had a customer that had this question, and just simply answer people's questions that they commonly have about the product that you sell would be excellent way to do that. It really try to put what you sell into different steps, lists, answering those questions that people have. If outline the perfect scenario of what a customer looks like when they buy your product. Make it interesting. Create content on TikTok that entertains people, but it does not have to be this crazy polished thing, especially for a local business. Just showing the top product you sell, it would be good enough, and just it's not overcomplicating the creation process is a big thing. So that's number 3. Get on TikTok, start creating content around that, and watch it grow your business. Number 4 is utilizing technology. We still call on so many retailers that have extremely old point of sale systems. Point of sale systems that really don't do anything for you. You don't even use the reports. You don't use it to its full capabilities. To your terminal that you're charging credit cards on, your accounting system, your payroll system, making sure that just the technology you're using in your business, your project management, whatever it is inside of your business, make sure that it's modern technology, it's nimble, it's quick, it's cost effective, and that you are using it to its full capability, because that could be holding you back. The number of companies that will not switch to a more modern point of sale system because they'll have to pay $100 or $200 more per month is ludicrous. I mean, you are literally losing tens of thousands of dollars a year, maybe even hundreds of thousands by not making that switch. It really blows my mind, quite frankly, because the point of sale system is so integral to a retailer's business. But utilizing technology, leveraging it is a huge recommendation for 2024. And then the last recommendation I have, this is the one that make this be cemented in time here, that will cause more businesses to go out of business over the next 5 to 10 years than anything else. Is the recommendation is to collect data collection. Start collecting as much data as you possibly can. Get over people don't want to give it. My people don't want to ask people. Literally, those little irrelevant and not irrelevant. Those fears of that is literally going to put you out of business. And here is why. And I've talked about this before, but is when somebody buys something online, especially if your product can be bought online easily, they are getting every ounce of that information, right? They are getting the name, the phone number, the email, the address, the purchase date, purchase amount. They're getting everything. They're getting absolutely everything. They're maybe getting their birthday. And when you have people come in and shop and you don't get anything, you get nothing. Maybe you get their name. That's it. Like, how are you supposed to compete with that? Because that D2C company can turn right back around and remarket to those people via text messaging, via any social media platform they possibly want, email, direct mail. They can do anything and everything by capturing the address, the name, the email, and the phone number. Those are the most important things to capture. If I was a retailer today, I would be trying to capture the phone number, the name, and the city, state, and zip on every single one of my customers. That's all you need to capture. Name, phone number, city, state, zip. That's it. And if you do that and you begin to leverage that on social media, your business will grow. Period. End of story. Good night. If you use that properly and you go back to the first 2 recommendations, really all of them, quite frankly, but you run ads, period, and you create video ads. If you did those 3 things in 2024, your retail business would grow 25%. Minimum, guaranteed, end of story. I'd be willing to bet on it. That if you ran 10 to 20 video ads, you ran ads, and you captured data on every single one of your customers, your business would grow 25%. So just to summarize these things, number 1, run ads. Number 2, run video ads. Number 3, get on TikTok. Number 4, utilize technology successfully in your business. Make changes where it is outdated. It will cost you your business long term. And collect data on your customers to be able to remarket to them, to show them a good experience, etc. You do those 5 things in 2024, your business will grow. So if you're a retailer watching this and you want any consulting, any recommendations on anything at all within your retail business, certainly reach out to us. Leave us a review on this podcast. We would absolutely really appreciate that. And until next time, really appreciate you guys so much. As always, thank you for tuning in to Retail Talks, and we'll see you next time.